All right, folks, good morning, and thanks for joining us. We're coming to you live again this morning for a third time in a row now since high-profile government officials, especially lawmakers, 5 of whom were charged for the December 18 Capitol building arson attack, and the Liberian National Police 2 days ago charged them, and they were forwarded here right behind me at the Monrovia Central Prison. On the day they were brought here, we were on the scene, and we brought you live coverage of the activities that took place here. So this morning, these lawmakers are expected to appear in court at around 12 this afternoon. So we will be here this morning and make sure that we can show you their departure, and also we can show you happenings here from the grounds of the Monrovia Central Prison. This place was a center of attraction on the day the lawmakers were brought here for the first night. Last night was their second night here at the Monrovia Central Prison. And so this place looks relatively calm this morning. If you can just look around, there isn't much presence of people as compared to the first day when the lawmakers were brought. This particular place was an area full of attraction. There were Liberians in their numbers expressing their views, especially with the political nature attached to this particular incident. Come to think of it, this is a high-profile case involving top politicians, but of course lawmakers from districts who represent their constituents. So it's obvious there are people from their districts who were here and also pointing out their concerns as they relate to the incident. So this morning, like I said, we will be showing you the environment. We will be showing you the departure of the lawmakers when they're being taken to the grounds of the Capitol at the courts where they will they're expected to make their first appearance in court. So now let's just go through what transpired and how we got here in the first place. A few months back, the Capitol building was an area of attraction. Of course, there has been a huge impasse at the Capitol with lawmakers wanting to remove now former Speaker Councillor J. Fonati Kofa, and they elected a new House Speaker who is now currently House Speaker Richard Nangwe-Kun. Well, when this incident ensued, there were dissatisfaction amongst lawmakers, and the House of Representatives was literally divided into 2 parts, or 2 factions, if I may use that term. And we all know the story of majority and minority blocks, and these lawmakers have what I could consider as a fight to have a new speaker, while the other faction insisted that former speaker now, Councillor J. Fonati Kofa, was the legitimate speaker. It dragged on for a few months, and like a month or 2 ago, an election was held at the Capitol, and current speaker Richard Nangwe-Kun is now the Speaker of the House of Representatives. Now, however, while in that scuffle on December 18, we all woke up to the Capitol building being set ablaze. Now, according to the Liberian National Police, throughout their investigation, the action that took place at the Capitol that led the Capitol to burst up in flames was a deliberate act. According to Police IG Gregory Coleman, the fire incident at the Capitol was not an accident, and the Capitol building was deliberately set ablaze on December 18. And so, according to police investigation, they came up with names of individuals who were involved, including staffers of lawmakers who perpetrated this act. So, according to them, staffers from the office of Councillor J. Fonati Kofa, one Idrich was arrested, and when the proceedings started, he was taken to court and questioned by the police, who is still in custody as we speak, along with several other individuals who are said to be associated with the House of Representatives and the lawmakers who have been charged for this crime. Honorable Dixon Sibo, also another lawmaker, is being accused by the Liberian National Police as one of those individuals who contributed to this crime being perpetrated. According to Police IG, Honorable Dixon Sibo dispensed cash or money to facilitate the act. At the same time, while materials or vehicles and other materials belonging to these lawmakers were also used to contribute to the crime that was perpetrated at the Capitol, according to the Liberia National Police. And so this morning we're here on the grounds of the Monrovia Central Prison. As you can see right here on my left-hand side, there are police officers who have been guiding this place since the lawmakers were brought here. This time, the presence of the police has reduced as compared to the first day when the incident occurred. So we're going to walk around a little bit and show you what the environment looked like. We also have a host of media practitioners who are here in their numbers to also bring you live coverage on their various news networks. But at the same time, we're here also to join them to bring you what's transpiring. Also this morning, Police IG Colonel Gregory Coleman appeared on the Super Money show, and he was being interviewed by host Vafle Kamara, who had several questions for him. And he also made some clarity as to the actions the police are taking this morning regarding this particular incident. So he was asked several questions, amongst which was his conviction, or how convicted he is that the government of Liberia will win this case based on the evidence that they have presented as the Liberia National Police. And he was clear. According to him, he was confident that the evidence that they have in their possession are sufficient enough to prove that the Capitol building fire was intentionally perpetrated and not by an accident or unintentionally. So among several issues he spoke about, he also provided some clarity as it's been said or speculated that this particular incident is an attack on politicians, and so people are being politically targeted. But he also made it clear that their actions as the Liberia National Police is fully aimed at making sure they can enact the rule of law, and it's not meant necessarily, according to Police IG, to target key politicians or political figures in Liberia, especially with the 5 lawmakers that are involved. He says the Liberian National Police have got nothing to do politically with their arrest, and that they are only carrying out an investigation that entails the Capitol building as an incident, and that these lawmakers, evidence they have directly point to these lawmakers. So let's show you what the environment looks like this morning. We still have police officers here on the scene. This where I stand currently is the main entry to the Monrovia Central Prison. And so these officers are the ones who have been taking care of this environment and doing their jobs to make sure this place is fully secured. And we're not filming you, sir. Unfortunately, police officers have got issues. I don't know, but they're claiming we shouldn't show the camera on them, which is quite sad. But again, we don't want anyone to think we're violating their rights. But at the same time, they're the ones who are doing the work, and we thought it would be cool were they to be highlighted. I mean, it's been days now since the lawmakers were brought here, and these officers have been the ones who have been instilling order here at the Monrovia Central Prison. Right here, right in front of me here, where you see these barricades. On day one, when we came, we didn't have the police creating these barricades or placing a barricade to curtail the movement of people. But I mean, it's obvious now the case is in the hands of the police now, and they've provided total security for the Monrovia Central Prison. So before you come in here with your vehicle, the officers will have to check your vehicle, know your intention as to why you're making your way into the Monrovia Central Prison before you can be allowed. Come to think of it, on the first day when this incident occurred, this place was a center of attraction, like I keep saying, but at the same time there were sympathizers, most especially those partisans and sympathizers from this former ruling CDC, including top hierarchies of the CDC, were all present. We saw the presence of former CDC party chairman Amoba K. Molu, who was here. We also saw former lawmaker Moses Akara's grave, who is a staunch supporter and hierarchy of the CDC. He was here on that day when the lawmakers were brought. But though they didn't take any actions, they just stood around and left. But during the same very day, eventually, a few moments later, we saw what looked like a protest and a scuffle between the Liberia National Police and the partisans somewhere right here along Lane Street, right at the ATS Sports Stadium. And police 102 and his men were on the scene to arrest the situation. The police and the protester went into a scuffle. According to 102, he and his team had tried to ask the protesters to use the side of the road and peacefully assemble, but it became chaotic, according to them, when the protesters insisted that they would not have left the road that day, leading to them to arrest current CDC chairperson, party chairman, Janga Ko, who was then placed in a police vehicle. He was seen in a scuffle with police officers, and he was placed in the back of a police vehicle. He was brought here. He was taken to police headquarters, later processed and brought here at the Monrovia Central Prison, and then he was eventually released. And right behind me, he stood here and spoke to the members of the press. In his words, the police were brutal on him, and he did not believe that the police were enforcing the law, but they were targeting him and other top politicians, in his own words. So this is what it is this morning. We just thought to come and show you the environment. We'll be here when the suspects will be taken out, because they're still here, and it's obvious there will be a police convoy that will come to pick them up and take them to the Monrovia, to the court, for their first appearance. On day one, when they were brought here, everyone thought that they would have been bailed out, but then there was now a bond that was signed for them on that day. I guess since it was over the weekend, probably insurance companies weren't open, and I guess the courts weren't open for that length of time. In fact, it's been said officially today the courts will be open, so it's going to be their first appearance. Now, we don't know if they will be bailed out today or if their lawyers will sign a bond on their behalf, but it's expected that might happen as the case goes on. Also, a nil exit Republica was issued. That's by the court. A nil exit Republica was issued by the court, and that is literally a travel ban being placed on them. They are being prevented from traveling from the country until the proceedings can be concluded, based on what was released yesterday. So it's obvious that these lawmakers now will have to stay in the confines of Liberia, and until the case can be adjudicated or concluded. So we just thought to show you the environment. This place is relatively calm. Nothing is happening currently. We've been told that the proceedings will begin at 12 noon this afternoon at the courts. But while we're here, we want to make sure we show you what's transpiring. If you look behind me, there is free flow of movement, free flow of traffic. The traffic is not being disrupted. On the first day, you couldn't pass here easily with your vehicle. There are police officers controlling the traffic, determining which way you go. But it's not like that. In fact, there's no police officer in the middle of the road, as you can see. It's all clear. Everyone is moving by their normal, activities. But it isn't the way it was on the first day, because in fact there were stones being thrown somewhere around the Lane Street area, and the police were in scuffle with protesters. And so for that reason, this particular route was blocked and vehicles couldn't make their way here. But this time around, that has changed. So all we see now is police officers interacting with citizens on their normal basis. Don't forget, here at the Monrovia Central Prison, there's a huge residence, so there are folks who live in that direction, and they have to make their way to and fro from the Monrovia Central Prison. So this is what the environment looks like currently, relatively calm, and we'll rejoin you shortly. Once we start seeing the actions, we're here to bring you the action. That's why we are deployed here this morning. So my name is Anthony Williams. We're going to walk right back at the Monrovia Central Prison, where we're still seeing some smaller movements, and basically that's it this morning. Wherever you're watching us from, this case is basically a high-profile case, and we understand that there are concerns from across the country. I mean, the way Liberia is polarized politically, every situation that transpires, there are folks who have their sides, come to think of it, people who are in sympathy with these lawmakers. These are statesmen, kingsmen, from Liberia constituents. So Obviously, it's a huge conversation out there. Others say these people are being politically targeted. Others are claiming they're in favor of the rule of law, and they believe that someone must take responsibility for the Capitol building fire incident. And now that the police are pointing to these lawmakers, folks are concerned that this case should be taken to a logical conclusion so that someone can be held responsible for the Capitol building. Come to think of it, the Capitol building is a symbol of Liberia's democracy. That's where the lawmakers gather to discuss national issues. So the police are making it clear that they are after the rule of law, and they want to make sure they set a deterrent, and also so that circumstances like this do not reoccur, and that they want to make sure that they can prosecute whoever was responsible for this action. Like I said, this morning, Vafle Kamara spoke to the police IG, Gregory Coleman, and asked him about if he was convicted that the government can win this case. But also, he was clear that according to the police, according to him, in fact, the evidence that the police have got in their possession is sufficient enough to make the government to win this case, because it's convicted enough that they've got sufficient evidence against these 5 lawmakers who they've charged for the Capitol building, and that those evidence are sufficient enough to make them win the case. So what we are expecting this morning is to see their first appearance in court, of course, to plead not guilty or guilty of these crimes. And also we are expecting that their lawyers might bail them out since their charges are bailable. And yes, so it's going to be a long day. It's going to be a day of action. We'll be bringing you some of the actions from the courts. Our team is already there, set, and are waiting to bring you live coverage from there on this same page. So once that time comes, we'll go off from here and we'll rejoin him on LNTV Liberia. So wherever you're watching us from, we kindly love you to leave your comments in the comment section. Be a part of the discussion and tell us what you make of this case. Leave your views, and also keep it professional. We understand the nature of this case. It's a high-profile case. It involves politicians, it involves statesmen, it involves lawmakers. So it's obviously going to get heated. But again, we're trying our possible best to bring you the actions as they occur. Let's go right back at the entry of the Monrovia Central Prison, where we still see police officers, police vehicle, sirens blinging, and are waiting. Probably, we don't know if it's this. We don't know if it's this particular vehicle right here that's going to transport the lawmakers. Yes, the lawmakers to the court, or we expect that there are other vehicles that might come in to pick them up. But this particular vehicle right behind me here is from the emergency response unit, and it's parked here with officers sitting in it, engine beating, and are waiting to do their jobs. So, I mean, that's it, guys. Wherever you're watching and wherever you're following from, keep following, stick and stay with us. We're going to go off a little bit, and we'll rejoin you shortly once we start seeing the actions. But pretty much the environment is calm. There is not much happening. This is just a build-up to what we are expecting eventually. And so on yesterday, this particular location where I stand was also the center of attraction. 2 key national figures were here, talking about former President George Weah came here. Don't forget Councillor J. Fanatikofa, Dixon Sibo, and other lawmakers who are being charged are also from the CDC. And so the standard bearer of the CDC, former President George Weah, was here yesterday to meet the lawmakers who've been charged. Also, we saw a former Vice President who was also a member of the coalition that forms the CDC. Former Vice President Joel Howard Taylor was here yesterday, also in sympathy of the lawmakers who were here. Several key figures we also saw on the one-day appearance of current ANC political leader Alexander Cummings. He was also here. He himself had expressed his disappointment in the way the police is handling the case, especially with the way CDC Party Chairman Janga Kowo was arrested. He had his views, his own reservations about the action of the police. And so this, like I said, is a high-profile case, and it involves top Liberians, key political figures who are also claiming that they are being politically targeted. So We'll rejoin you shortly once the actions begin. But this is what the prison looks like, relatively calm. Nothing much is taking place. Few persons are making their way in here. Journalists are lined up, seated, also waiting to see what action is going to take place. So we are going to stay put. We are going to stay put, and as we await the departure of the lawmakers heading for the court. Once that is about to happen, we'll rejoin you and start another live video, and that's going to be it. My name is Anthony Williams. Thanks for following.
So hello folks, Temple of Justice here in Monrovia. My name is Liba, and we are live here to bring you a coverage of the appearance of 5 individuals talking about former Speaker Jonathan Funati Kofa and other lawmakers to include Representative Abu Bana Kamara, and you also have Representative uh, Jacob Debbie of Grand Jide County. So recently, there was this invite from the Liberian National Police in relation to the arson attack that took place at the Capitol building. And you followed the story over the weekend where the 7 lawmakers, including former Speaker, were invited here. And of the 7, 2 were actually released on grounds that the Liberian National Police saw a fit that, well, they did not have sufficient evidence or information to link the 2 lawmakers to the act that was committed on the Capitol building. So the 2 lawmakers include Representative Francis Afuku of District Number 9, Monrovia County, and Representative Josiah Marvinku of Bond County. So they were set free. The remaining 5 were actually brought to the court, and then on Friday they were taken to the Monrovia Central Prison. They spent the night there. But as we speak, let's see, and we have the Solicitor General of the Republic of Liberia, Councillor Augustine Fayah, who just arrived here. I was hoping that we could get a brief act with him, but it seems that he's making his way now. So, but in a moment from now, we are anticipating the arrival of the lawmakers from the Monrovia Central Prison, and they will be brought here to the Monrovia City Court. So you want to pan the camera just where they will be brought to the Monrovia City Court, and the Liberian National Police calling to their investigation, completed this investigation into the arson attack on the Capitol building in Monrovia, and the findings presented by the Inspector General of Police, Colonel Gregory Kuma, identified key suspects and their respective charges based on the revised penal code of Liberia. So the suspect and charges include Thomas Artsy Edrich, alias Tom, an employee of the Capitol building, and he's the chief of maintenance, and in the office of Representative Jonathan Funati Kofa, former speaker. And his charges, he was, according to the police, involved in damaging the chambers on November 10, 2024, and setting fire on December 18, 2024. So he was charged under the revised penal code of Liberia for arson, criminal mischief, recklessness, endangering another person, criminal attempt to commit murder, criminal facilitation, criminal solicitation, criminal conspiracy, and release of destructive forces. According to the police, in the December 17 riot and December 18 arson attack, and they say he stole a police firearm and physically assaulted an officer, and he's being charged under the revised penal code of Liberia with arson, facilitation, criminal solicitation, criminal conspiracy, rioting, failure to disperse, theft of property, aggravated assault. You also have Stephen Bro, Capital Building employee assigned to the maintenance, participated in the December 18 arson attack. And he's also charged for arson, criminal mischief, recklessness, endangering another person, criminal attempt to commit murder, criminal facilitation, criminal solicitation, that is, criminal conspiracy. And you have Jerry Poker, alias Tariz, a resident of New Kuchan, involved in planning and executing of December 18 attack. He's been charged under the revised penal code of Liberia for arson, criminal mischief, recklessness endangering another person's life, criminal attempt to commit murder, criminal facilitation, criminal solicitation, criminal conspiracy, and so forth. For all remaining suspects maintaining the original legal reference exactly as provided for a high profile involvement, the Liberia National Police also named Honorable Jonathan Funati Kofi, former Speaker of the House of Representatives. Investigators found credible link to sabotage efforts dating back to November 2024, charged under the revised Penal Code of Liberia for criminal conspiracy, Chapter 10, Section 10.4. And you also have Representative Abu Bana Kamara and Jacob C. Debbie, who, according to the police, participated in planning meetings and facilitated logistical support. They've been charged under the revived Penal Code of Liberia for arson, criminal mischief, recklessness, endangering another person's life, criminal attempt to commit murder, criminal facilitation, criminal solicitation, criminal conspiracy. So these are all charges that were levied on the lawmakers, to include Representative Abu Kamara and Jacob Debbie of Grand Judah County, and also the former Speaker of the House of Representatives. Man, so just this morning, you watch and listen to the Inspector General of the Liberia National Police, Colonel Gregory Coleman, who appeared on State Radio ELBC 99.9, and he was very emphatic, and he made a reference to Eric Susse and Thomas Axel Edrich, who have spent a number of days or months in the central prison, but then you did not see people coming out to say, well, we are calling for the unconditional release of those individuals as you may want to consider as ordinary people, but then with the arrest and subsequent incarceration of the former speaker and other lawmakers, now you're having folks coming in to say, well, we are calling for the immediate release of the former speaker and lawmakers. So at about this time, we are here, and there are a lot of bystanders, journalists from various media institutions across the country. And you also have a huge presence of state securities, the Liberia National Police, the Liberia Immigration Service, the Liberia Drug Enforcement Agency, the LDEA. So we will drive you through and give you at about this time in Monrovia. So these are officers from the police support unit who are here. And if you take a further tour above the fence there from the Senate wing, you see the joint security presence up there. And then we will further go to the main entrance, where you have the security presence. So let's make our way to the main entrance of the Temple of Justice, where the presence of the Liberian National Police is being felt, and there are detours around this capital. So already I started seeing some folks from the opposition community who want to form part of this hearing, and they don't want to be told. But mind you, this is a legal area, and as usual, there will always be restriction put into place here with how you go about accessing the facility here. So it's a tag team, and I'm here with Damoa Fofana, and we also have our judicial reporter Fabian Kuya, who later on will be telling us upon the arrival of the lawmakers, and then as they enter into the Monrovia City Court, we will speak to Fabian after their appearance. So this is a broadcast intended to give you a scene of the Temple of Justice of the Republic of Liberia, where we have current lawmakers and past lawmakers who are actually arriving gradually. And this vehicle belongs to the district lawmaker of Sanu County. And there are folks who are actually coming here in solidarity with the lawmakers that are incarcerated at the Monrovia Central Prison. So we are posted here, and our guys are already set from the South Beach in Monrovia. We will be turning control over to the guys there, but let's just move our camera a bit. Let's just move our camera a bit to show you how things are outside. But yes, it's the Temple of Justice, where it's written on the wall, let justice be done to all. And this is forming part of the justice system that we all yearn for, that justice should be done to all and not some. So we are here. Namoa Fofana is behind camera. And what I've been told is that the Monrovia City Court cannot hear any case after 12 o'clock. So that is one key aspect of today's hearing that we should also take into consideration, because if the lawmakers are kept at the Monrovia Central Prison and then we'll get here after 12, obviously it means the court will not hear the case today, and they will also be asked to go back to the Monrovia Central Prison. And on yesterday, there was this raid. The governor of Liberia prayed for near Esseca Republic, meaning the folks involved currently will not be allowed to leave the Beta Wave of Liberia until this matter can come to a logical conclusion. The same that you saw with the former Foreign Minister Samuel Twe, who is still in country because of the near Esseca Republic. Similar has been prayed for, and was granted. So let's come out and show you the presence of the John security here. So we will pin our camera because of the immersion. We don't want to capture that scene. But if you see on my far left, you have the presence of the John security, to include the Liberian National Fire Service, the Liberian Immigration Service, the Liberian National Police, of course, will obviously be in charge of activities here today. And you want to pin the camera as well on my right, where you see state security are well positioned. And as soon as we can receive signal from the sub beach where our guys are already posted, we will be linking control. But yes, it is a bit calm here as you would have thought it to be because of the information that was circulated on social media that, well, this place is going to be further up today with supporters from the opposition community coming in solidarity with the lawmakers that are in prison at Sub Beach facility. So let's come in. Just wanted to show you how things are at this Temple of Justice, where justice is obviously to be served to all. So we will take you around and show you the courtyard. So stick and stay with us. This is the National Television Service of the Liberia Broadcasting System. So yes, and this case is a high profile case because when the news broke out about the burning of the Capitol building, President Joseph Boaika visited the Capitol building, and this was
every way in this place to be able to listen to you. But we're not going to accept this. We ask the Minister of Justice, all of the security apparatus, including our friends, to investigate this letter. People who get angry, they find out the police, they destroy this. We're not going to allow this. So we just want to say to control the members of the first family in this government. And we're in sympathy with them, but the destruction we have to stop. We're not going to allow this to happen in this country. But people who have problems, we have to wait to remedy all the issues in this country. So that's all I have to tell you. I'm happy that you are here. You will look at yourself. But we're not going to settle for this. This is not a place for hooligans. This is a place for responsible people who are here to serve the Liberian people. This country is poor, and I don't care what they do, we'll build this country for the interest of future generations. Thank you.
so obviously that was exactly the position of the president of the Republic of Liberia, His Excellency President Joseph Boaika, when the Capitol building butted fire on the 18th of December 2024, where he visited along with the Vice President Jeremiah Kwankun, the Senate President Yombli Kanga Lawrence, and the current Speaker, Honorable Richard Namwekun. They all were actually there, and they felt a bit disappointed in the level of damage that was caused because, mind you, the building we are discussing was here for a longer period of time, where Liberians, we fought 40 years of civil war, and some people may want to refer to the war that was fought in this country as senseless war, but then yet and stay, the Capitol building, despite all of the war that took place in the country, and you did not see rebels or people going to set the Capitol building ablaze. So it was something very much discouraging from the part of the president, who thought it was that this is unacceptable. We are trying to build a country that every Liberian can be proud of and have a share of the national cake. So to see people trying to carry the effort of the country backward is something that is unacceptable. And so this is why today we are here and now discussing the case of who allegedly set ablaze the Capitol building. So let's move a bit, let's move a bit, let's move a bit further, and we will go to the other side of the Capitol building, that is the back entrance, where you also have the Liberia National Police headquarters station, to give you a scene of that side of the Temple of Justice. So stick and stay with us as we make our way. But this is going to be a day-long broadcast from the South Beach to the Temple of Justice. We're going to be cutting across, and intermittently you also see us at the headquarters of the Liberia National Police whenever the police see a fit to address the press. But this place at current is visible to journalists from different media institutions and also supporters of some of these lawmakers, family members as well, the arrival of their immediate family member, their bosses, their political leaders. So this is exactly where we use this route, because the Monrovia City Court is positioned on my far left, but then we want to use this route to show you the exterior portion of the Liberia National Police headquarters, where men, officers, women of the joint security are also stationed. So come along quickly as we go and give you a view of what exactly is transpiring. So if you are watching this broadcast, let me remind you that we are live from the Temple of Justice in Monrovia, where 5 lawmakers, including the former Speaker of the House of Representatives, are expected to be brought here today. But like you saw from the main entrance, so it's the same with this portion where you have the Liberia National Police station. And this is where you have the Civil Law Code, Criminal Code A, B, C, D. Yeah, so on Friday, uh, a bulk of the broadcast that we brought to you was actually from the the main entrance of the Liberia National Police, and this is where we are headed for again. Yeah, so yeah, you have the headquarters of the Liberia National Police. So on Friday, this was actually a point of attention because you had the lawmakers in here for questioning by the Liberia National Police. So the case has shifted from the headquarters of the Liberia National Police to the Monrovia City Court, but yet there are screening going on from the back entrance of the headquarters of the Liberia National Police. So you have officers of the Liberia National Police who are stationed here, inclusive of the John Security, the Liberia National Fire Service, Immigration. So we will go down there for you to see how the training process is ongoing. So you see, there are folks there who will have to display their identity. Some will have to place in telephone calls to actually validate or authenticate the purpose of their visit here today. So the screening process is ongoing, and the police will ask you for an identity, or if you can place a call to whoever you are going to, and then you will be allowed access to the premises of the Liberia National Police and the Temple of Justice. So, yes, obviously, this is what is unfolding, and we are hoping that this process today will be as peaceful as it can, owing to the fact that the Liberia National Police have shown a high level of professionalism with the kind of way they handle issues. And it's no doubt that the Liberia National Police will handle this situation with professionalism. So, yes, we will go back to the court. So another key issue that was mentioned is the issue of, there are folks who took on to social media on their official Facebook pages. Well, they were commenting, and you saw that as an embarrassment to some of the institutions they represent. Because, mind you, if you want to take the hierarchy of the Liberia National Police contacts, you take their locations and what have you, and documenting them, placing them on Facebook. For instance, this is 102 contact. This is his location. This is where he lives. This is actually how you go about. So I was wondering as to, well, are you placing those information on Facebook for whatever reason, for the negative reason? They say that you want people to go to their home to do what? To go and attack an officer of the law for carrying on his constitutional responsibility or duties. So I think this is another aspect of this entire saga that the Liberian National Police should take into consideration, because they should be called in for questioning. Yes, because you can take someone's contact number, place it on Facebook, the location where they live, and say you will move after officials of government. You saw the post, people posting on Facebook that, well, we will move after officials of government and make sure we will chase them wherever they are. And one person who made such comment was the uh, the the former press coordinator in the office of the former speaker, Baron, who was interviewed before the Monrovia Central Prison, and he said, well, they are going to go after government officials and what have you in whatever means and ways they can get to them. And then later, when his statement was actually amplified on Facebook, well, he had to come back again and say, well, that was exactly not what he said, but rather he tried twisting it, and then you were on camera, you have video to that. And a part of what you said was being caught and placed on social media, and you listen to yourself, but then you have to go about apologizing. So this is a legal process, and it should be handled legally. If you want to come at the court to observe the process, it is your right. It is also your right to assemble peacefully. Yes, the same right is given to the Liberian National Police under the law to safeguard, protect life and property. So as you will want to come here today, this is a safe place, as we say. People are moving in, going about their normal businesses, and businesses across Monrovia are obviously open, and schools are open. There are students who are currently in school. Yes, so no one should give you a scene that, well, Monrovia is tense and this is happening. No, as we speak, Monrovia is calm as usual as you come in the capital to do your regular activities. So it is. So it is. So let's go back to the city code, where we will obviously bring this broadcast to a closure, because our guys are already stationed at the Monrovia Central Prison, Beach, where they will also be linking up with this platform to bring you a live coverage from the Monrovia Central Prison. So we don't want to miss out on that. So we will return to the Monrovia City Court, and then so it's 27 minutes past 10 o'clock in Monrovia, and bringing this broadcast live from the Temple of Justice in Monrovia, where all eyes are set and ready to receive the arrival of the lawmakers from the Monrovia Central Prison to the Monrovia City Court for the very first time since police. Where are you? Yeah, so folks, like we said, we are also in contact with our folks at the Monrovia Central Prison. So we are getting report that any moment from now, the lawmakers will be brought here, and the car is already set to bring in. Amor Fofana is here. Goodbye.
So, folks, we want to say what a pleasant good morning. Depends wherever you're watching us from. We say good morning, good afternoon, and good evening, depends your locations. So once again, I'm Eric Valentine Pine bringing this light from the Liberia National Police headquarters and the court. So as you can see, we are here to await the peaceful march according to the opposition political party. So it depends wherever you're watching us from. Just tell us wherever you're watching us from. Eric Valentine Pine. So we are posted at the Liberia National Police headquarters. As may be aware that the opposition political party will have a peaceful protest today at the court. Yeah, so as you can see, the Liberia National Police are posted during their work. They are doing their work. So it depends wherever you're watching us from. Once again, I'm Eric Valentine Pine bringing this from the Liberia National Police headquarters and the court. So not too long, the IG, the Inspector General of the Liberia National Police, IG Greco Kumon, just arrived at the headquarters here, along with his colleagues. So we are still here. Another batch of police officers arrived. As you can see there, this is another batch of police officers. So actually the police are here on ground doing their work. They are securing everything, the in and out of every body, the movement. So for those who watching, I'm Eric Valentine Pine bringing this live from the Liberia National Police headquarters. So just tell us wherever you're watching us from. We are still here. As you can see. So we'll be expecting we may likely be expecting the former speaker, J. Franti Kofa, and other guys that were placed behind bars at 12. So we are here, and we also await the opposition's political party peaceful protest. So as I was saying, the Liberia National Police IG Great Kumont just arrived not too long. So just keep watching. I'm Eric Valentine Pine bringing this live from the Liberia National Police headquarters. So we are still here. We are still here. So for those who are watching, just keep watching and tell us wherever you're watching from. We are posted at the Liberia National Police headquarters here as we await the former speaker J. Franti Kofas and his other colleagues to arrive at the court here in Monrovia. So, and per the information, the opposition political party will be having a peaceful protest today at the court that will be led by the former president of the Republic of Liberia, and the former president of the Republic of Liberia, the stand-up bearer of the Alternative National Congress, which is on Arizona Communist. So just keep watching, just keep watching and tell us wherever you're watching us from. Once again, I'm Eric Valentine bringing this live from the Liberian National Police headquarters. Just keep watching. Not other guys. So just keep following. Tell us wherever you're watching us from. We're just joining this live. Once again, I'm Eric Valentine bringing this live from the Liberian National Police headquarters and that of the court here. As we may be aware that the former Speaker of the Republic of Liberia, J. Flanty Kofas, and other representatives will be arriving at 12 at the Monrovia court here. So just tell us wherever you're watching us from. So as you can see, the Liberian National Police are doing their work. It's showing things being done proper here. The in and out of other people. So we are still on the ground, the Liberian National Police headquarters. The IG Greg Crate Kuman, Inspector General of the Liberian National Police, have arrived since a minute going to an hour ago. We have a batch of police officer, immigration that are here, joint security that are here to protect other activities. So as you can see, the sample placed over the order by the Liberian National Police. So it means that every vehicle that are on the main riding on the main road cannot park before the headquarters of the Liberian National Police. So as you can see the sample. So no vehicle is allowed to park before the headquarters of the Liberian National Police. So if you are just joining, this is Today Liberia. I'm Eric Valentine reporting from the Liberian National Police headquarters in Monrovia, Liberia. So as we are aware that we will be expecting the former speakers and the other representatives that were placed behind bars at the Monrovia Central Prison, South Beach, will be arriving at 12. And the coalitions, the opposition coalitions, the opposition political parties will today do a peaceful protest here at the court. So we expect them, we will soon be expecting them as sooner. So just tell us wherever you're watching from. Eric Valentine, I'm bringing this live from the Liberia National Police Headquarters and that of the court. So the IG is already here. The IG, Honorable Gregory Kuman, is already here at his office. He's already here. Gregory Kuman is already here. He came a minute ago with a team of police. So we're expecting other guys. So as you can see, John security are doing the work. We have the immigrations, Liberia immigrations. We have the Liberia National Police are all here doing their work. There's the other by the Liberia National Police. No car, no vehicles should park along the road opposite the Liberia National Police headquarters. So we just So keep watching, keep following. I'm Eric Valentine bringing this live from the Liberia National Police Headquarters and that of the court. So keep watching, tell us wherever you're watching us from. And if you're just joining this broadcast, I would like to welcome you to this Liberia Televisions. Depends wherever you're watching us from. I would like to welcome you to today's Liberia. I would like to say good morning, good afternoon, and good evening. Depends your locations. So keep posted as we await other activities at the Liberia National Police Headquarters and that of the court. As we await other activities, but being here, we've been here since this morning. We actually been here since this morning to await other activities, but the town security are here putting things in place. This place is barricaded by the Liberia National Police and that of the Liberia Immigration. Yeah. So keep posted. I'm Eric Valentine bringing this live. Oh, cancel my hot cord. Keep following. Tell us wherever you're watching us from. If you're just joining, just keep following. Keep following. Yeah, what? Kebe is watching from Johnsonville. Thank you, Kebe, for watching. Keep watching. So if you're just joining, I would like to welcome you to this Liberia Television. I'm Eric Valentine reporting from the Liberia National Police Headquarters and out of the court. So we are on ground of the court and that of the Liberia National Police headquarters. As we are aware that we will be expecting the former speaker and that of other representatives at the court here. So just keep watching, tell us wherever you're watching from. But the John security are actually doing well. They are putting things in place. We have the Liberia National Police and that of the Liberia Immigration Service here. Don't press it. So folks, for those who just joining, I would like to welcome you to this Liberia television. I'm Eric Valentine Pine reporting. As you can see, we are live on the grounds of the Liberia National Police headquarters and that of the court. As we are aware that we will be expecting the former Speaker of the House of Representatives, Honorable J. Flanty Kofa, and other representatives at the Monrovia Central Prisons. So we've been here since this morning, bringing most activities as we await another activities very sooner. Just keep following. Depends wherever you're watching from. Just keep following. Tell us wherever you're watching from. So as you can see, huge group of police officers, Liberia National Police, or let's say John security, are already on ground putting things in place from this morning. We have the Liberia National Police and we have the Immigration Service. Liberia Immigration Service are here doing their work, putting things in place. So just tell us wherever you're watching us from. We do appreciate you and share the live broadcast. Once again, I'm Eric Valentine reporting. As soon as you will join our live broadcast. Thank you very much. So just keep following Today Liberia. Keep following Today Liberia and tell us wherever you're watching us from. Just keep following Today Liberia television and tell us wherever you're watching us from. We will soon be shutting down. We will soon be shutting down very soon. And for a moment from now, you will join our live broadcast as we await another activist at the Liberia National Police headquarters. Once again, I'm Eric Valentine Pine. Just keep posted, keep following Today Liberia for every activities, what will be happening on the grounds of the court and on the ground of the Liberia National Police headquarters. Just keep following, keep following, keep following. Thank you, Kanga. Kanga is watching from Grand Bazaar, Bikano City. Thank you. Just do us a favor by sharing our live broadcast. Once again, I'm Eric Valentine Pine reporting. Depends wherever you're watching us from. I would like to say good morning, good afternoon, and good evening. Depends your locations. Bill is watching from Grand Judas, where you City. Bill is actually watching from Grand Judas. Thank you, Bill, for watching. Do us a favor by sharing our live broadcast. So